some Sasha Banks, man. Sasha Banks apparently is being erased from WWE history, removed from the internal roster list, and the latest that WWE has done to remove her from all people's memories in WWE. It's pretty sad, man. This Sasha Banks thing is incredibly pathetic. It's pretty clear now that WWE doesn't think that things will be worked out with Sasha Banks, as an edit this week on one of their YouTube videos reflects this statement. WWE posted a top 10 moments video for Paige on their YouTube account. Now, Paige went to the Players Tribune and wrote a heartfelt goodbye to World Wrestling Entertainment. So they did a top 10 moments for Paige on their YouTube channel. One of the moments included was from 2017 when Paige returned to Monday Night Raw. The original video showed Sasha Banks and Mickie James, but the edited clip shows nothing but a close-up shot of Mickie James and no sign of Sasha Banks. It is worth noting that sometimes WWE.com and the team over on .com will sometimes be proactive in these cases, and they will make edits on their own when a wrestler leaves on bad terms, rather than waiting on management to give the directive, so this could be something that was decided by the digital media team. However, Vince McMahon has a history of writing off wrestlers that leave the company on unfriendly terms, so this could be something he specifically wanted done in regards to Sasha Banks. I find that to be incredibly petty. You're actively trying to rewrite history, and you don't think the fans are keen enough or intelligent enough to pick up on that? Do you realize that these Sasha fan accounts and these Sasha stans are relentless? They are ruthless, man. Forget about it. They live, breathe, and die Mercedes Vernado. They know this woman's bra size. They know this woman's fucking age, sex, and location. They know exactly what time her flight takes off and what time her flight lands. They know what hotel she's staying at. They know her favorite cold beverage. They know what she does as a nightly ritual before bed. They know what Mikaze's sneaker size is. They know everything about this woman. Everything. It's sad. It's quite sad. And you don't think they're going to pick up on Sasha Banks being removed from one of the YouTube clips online? Oh, my goodness, man. Holy shit. Boy, does Vince take his fucking fans to be a bunch of blithering idiots. Petty. Absolutely fucking petty. This woman is the face of the women's revolution, and you actively want to try it. Who's the face of the women's revolution? Bayley? Am I supposed to think that Bayley is the only one now? Bayley wrestled herself at TakeOver Brooklyn, right? Sure thing, Vince. Sure thing. Banks and Naomi. Nobody's talking about Naomi in this. It's mostly all about Sasha Banks. Banks and Naomi updated their Instagram bios, and they are no longer referring to themselves as WWE superstars. Their new bio now says that they are professional wrestlers. Ooh. Maybe an indication of where they go, man, where professional wrestling is number one. Maybe. This is not great news for fans who miss them and want to see them back on WWE TV, but good news for fans wondering if they will continue to wrestle. It appears that wrestling is still on the plate for both Sasha Banks and Naomi. In the latest of pettiness moves by WWE, Sasha Banks, apparently when you go to Peacock and you sign into the streaming platform on Peacock, WWE has removed Sasha Banks as a main Peacock app screen avatar. You can no longer have Sasha Banks as a Peacock avatar upon signing into the app. In the latest, Banks was one of the images that fans could choose as their avatar, but that option has now since been removed. Anyone who can choose Banks as their icon will now just get a default NBC Peacock. As of this writing, the only other options available are Asuka and Roman Reigns. I myself have Roman Reigns as my avatar for when I sign in to Peacock. WWE even went to the lengths of removing Sasha Banks as a fucking avatar on the Peacock application. That is fucking lame. Absolutely fucking lame. PW Insider reported this week that Banks and Naomi were removed from the internal WWE roster sometime within the last 7 days. The news about their exit is not a total surprise, because it was reported a few weeks ago that Banks had her attorneys involved to work out the details of her release. It is unknown what the terms of her release are, or if Naomi was released as well, or if there's a non-compete involved, but at some point they will be free to sign with any wrestling company in the world, including AEW and not Impact Wrestling, because Mercedes is not going to Impact Wrestling. Oh, man, you Impact guys, man, you Impact elitists over there, man, you fucking comedians. Let me tell you, she ain't going over there. Get it out of your skulls, okay? Get it out of your system. She's not going there. Give me a break. Mercedes on Impact. Yeah, what, to wrestle in front of 7 people? Give me a fucking break. Naomi shares a post about people taking advantage of you and disrespecting you. Naomi has finally broken her silence on social media in regards to all of this nonsense happening with WWE. Naomi reposted this quote, and I quote, "The moment you put a stop to people taking advantage of you and disrespecting you is when they define you as difficult, selfish, or crazy. Manipulators hate boundaries." Ooh. Naomi over there, man. Naomi get a little feisty on social media. She did not name drop anybody in WWE, but the timing is rather interesting, especially since she and Banks who are said to have been removed from the company's internal roster this week. They've both been relatively quiet since walking out, and there have been a lot of rumors and speculation and all this other bullshit about their future in professional wrestling. The only thing that is known is that they still need to get their official release from the WWE. You know, it's sad, man. It really is. Sasha Banks, all joking aside, if she goes and wrestles, it will be for Tony Khan. She will be going to I'd be beyond a shadow of a doubt. There's no other reason why this woman would be in wrestling and go anywhere else. She's not going to MLW. She's not going to Impact. I still find that to be so funny, man. Mercedes Vernado at Impact. What is she going to wrestle for? Five people? Come on. Impact, Stardom. She's not going overseas to Japan and living abroad. Sasha is going to wrestle for Tony Khan. That much I know. When it happens, if it happens, I don't know. I can't tell you. I wish I could. But she will be back in a wrestling ring.